This will give you all you need to know about the situation still being icy. That's the owner of the Clippers, Steve Ballmer, looking to shake hands and exchange pleasantries with Blake Griffin after his pregame warm-up. Blake wanted no parts of it.
Some of the biggest games to me that can ever happen in sports are return games. If you look at the schedule for the NFL and the NBA, they always make sure to highlight return games because, well, they stand out. Tom Brady going back to New England, that's an iconic game, and they made sure to give it its respect. This year, Klay Thompson going back to Golden State, Paul George even going back to the Clippers. These games are always going to stand out because as fans, we simply love the drama. Wednesday night, we seeing something that I'm not sure has ever quite happened in the NBA before. What we witnessed, that was extremely abnormal, and let me explain. After that game, Luka did his post-game interview, and I seen this. This man was the first player ever to score 45 points with the team, and in that very same season, score 45 points against that team. This is because of two things. One, players don't normally score 45 points multiple times. And two, players that can score 45 points or more multiple times, they don't get traded. Luka this year, even with all the time he's missed, he scored 45 points or more 3 times. There's literally only 2 other players this year that has more 45-point games than Luka. It's these 2 guys. But outside of that, and I'll get back to that, the theme of the game is something that we've never seen before, ever. 2 months ago now, we seen the most surprising trade ever, especially given that it happened mid-season. And it felt like in just one night, we all relived that very same moment all over again. Pat Mahomes is there. Mark Cuban's there. Dirk Nowitzki, he's there. All the seats there. They have t-shirts on them that reads, "Thank you, Luka, for everything," in his Slovenian language. That's love that we haven't quite seen. In 2018, when LeBron went back to Cleveland after he won them a championship, he got love. Even his. And obviously it's a lot of context behind it, but it was nothing compared to what we just seen on Wednesday.
Obviously, you saw the emotions on Luka's face. It was great. That was an unbelievable moment, something I probably would never forget, to be a part of that moment. And
now, this is obviously a man that understands the gravity of return games. He's been in quite a few.
It has the feel of a playoff game. The Q will rock tonight as the Cavs take on LeBron James and the Heat.
We're going to have 5 different screens dedicated to a LeBron lowlight reel, just showing him get dunked on, crossed over, embarrassed on TV since he's been in high school.
The most infamous return game to this day is still when he went back to Cleveland in 2010.
LeBron James and the Miami Heat at Quicken Loans Arena.
Every single touch, you heard this. Every single shot, you heard this. Even through this, LeBron still did this. Prior to Wednesday night, this was marked the greatest return game ever, given the context of that environment and that situation. Earlier this season, we seen this video right here that essentially became a meme like overnight. But the background of this very same meme and why Vince Carter reacted like this is actually very significant. Vince Carter was finally getting his 15 jersey retired by the Raptors, a place he was an absolute legend. They literally called this man Air Canada. In Toronto, a team that was an expansion team, he was Michael Jordan. But VC ended up leaving Toronto in a very sour way, and it damn near ended up tarnishing how iconic he used to be to Canadians.
Oh, I didn't come to play. I didn't play hard. I didn't do this. Oh my goodness, never that. I mean, and what really kind of got under my skin is for the people that know me.
So then how do you explain his sudden turnaround in play? After scoring just 15.9 points in 20 games with the Raptors, Carter is pouring in over 26 a game with the Nets.
Long story short, what Jimmy Butler did to Miami this year in order to get traded, that's kind of how they felt like he did them 20 years ago. In Toronto that year, he averaged 15 points, and as soon as he got traded, he was Vince Carter. Obviously, when he went back to Canada, now as a New Jersey Net, it was nothing like what we just seen on Wednesday.
Back on World Sport with the NBA, and Vince Carter was loudly booed in his first game back in Toronto.
Vince. Yes. Carter.
To put the icing on the cake and basically twist the knife in all of the Canada fans, he went back the following year and he did this. It's already bad that he got traded, and he got traded for a player that literally refused to play for their team, so they got robbed. But then that's devastating. But one of the more recent iconic ones that I'm sure we all remember is this one. We actually seen him beefing with his old teammates that he was just in the conference finals with. But Golden State KD, this man was just cold. You know how he ended up doing LeBron later that finals and then the next finals? Well, he basically did that to OKC, and specifically Russell Westbrook in his face first. 25 years ago, Stephon Marbury had his return game in Minnesota after he forced his way out. And, well, it looked like this.
Onto the court here to a chorus of boos. And Marbury on the loose ball. Marbury accelerates. Marbury all the way. He hits. It counts.
Now, what happened on Wednesday night and a player receiving a lot of love, that's not foreign. We've seen that before. Donovan Mitchell in 2023, he went back to Utah and he actually had a bigger game than Luka. Obviously, Donovan's situation doesn't quite live up to the magnitude of Luka with Dallas, and he didn't necessarily get backstabbed. Their time simply expired. Dwayne Wade, basically as a shell of himself, he went back to Miami as a Bull, and he got love. Now remember I said, this man right here, he's been in quite a few return games. The most dangerous one in 2010, he went back to Miami on Christmas in 2014. Kyrie Irving came back to Cleveland in 2017, and it basically had the narrative of he just backstabbed LeBron. He's seen Kevin Love get booed in Minnesota. He's seen his old teammate AD get booed in New Orleans and then drop 41. But this one with Luka, this one was simply different. The Lakers already played Dallas this year with Luka Doncic in LA, and you actually heard Lakers fans chanting this.
Possession, he came down, shot the three, drew the foul, and just started laughing right in Clay's face. You have to love two great shooters.
That's because this man right here, he basically called Rob Pelinka and offered his generational talent to the Lakers. Then to add salt to that very sensitive wound, he took shots at him.
And the players that we're bringing in, we believe exemplify that. And, you know, we think defense wins championships. They're adding into the culture that we're trying to create here. We feel that defense wins championships.
What got you guys to the point where you felt like moving on from Luka was in the best interest of the franchise?
You know, there's some unique things about his contract that we had to pay attention to.
Then ownership took shots at him, and they stressed work ethic, citing Shaq. This team didn't want to give a man that basically has all of their franchise's big games on his resume, saved them from a drought where they couldn't even win a playoff series and literally just had them in the finals last year. They didn't want to give him this deal. He's arguably worth more than this. We've never seen a team literally fighting for their playoff lives, happy to get their asses torched by an old player. This trade, this ownership group, this GM, and the icing, this moment right here, this is how you break a franchise. If you guys like this video, let me know in the comment section how exactly you feel about this topic. I've never seen a trade gradually get worse, what it feels like by the day. Follow my social media sites, turn on post notifications, doing that great stuff, guys, and until next time, as always, stay tuned.